Kimi Antonelli is going to win the 2026 WDC. Here's how. The Italian prodigy had a very strong finish to last year's season, getting 2 podiums out of the last 4 races. But you may be thinking that's not enough to win a championship. Well, I am here to convince you otherwise. Number 1, the car. Let's just get this straight out of the way. All signs are pointing to Mercedes being the dominant team heading into the new regulations. Apparently, they have a very strong engine. They discovered the whole expanding metal to get more horsepower thing. And the last time there was a major era-defining hybrid engine change was 2014. And well, if you know your F1 history, those 2014 regulations were absolute Mercedes domination. So theoretically, Kimi will have the car under him to compete. Number 2, and I think the elephant in the room, his teammate. Make no mistake, I am a D1 George Russell Glazer. If someone told me that he was a top 2 driver on the grid, I would not argue with them. But I'm here to tell you how Kimi is going to win this championship. Obviously, George kind of spanked Kimi in the standings last year, but George helped develop that car. He's been in that car since the wheels first touched the tarmac. Kimi had to hop in on the last year of the regulation and just figure it all out, which, by the way, he did, because he scored well over half of his points in just the last 8 races. Now, obviously, I think we can all agree that George is the better, more consistent driver right now. However, although Kimi's floor is much lower than George's right now, his ceiling is limitless. Think Brazil, where he put pressure on Lando, held off Max, and had George's number all weekend, which, by the way, is a track that George is notoriously good at. He had his first ever F1 win there. Vegas, starting 17th, he did 48 laps on the hard tires, and finished on the podium with a little help from the Papaya boys. Kimi's whole season was plagued with rookie mistakes and untimely DNFs, which took him out of the points a lot. But judging by the last 8 races of 2025, we can expect that to be cleaned up. Now, number 3, this one is purely theoretical, but quite amusing if you ask me. You're telling me that if George and Max are both competing for a championship, they're not gonna bang a little bit? Like, do we not remember Spain at all? But imagine that fighting for wins all year. And plus, Max has adopted one of the Mercedes drivers and is also mortal enemies with the other. So Kimi's just gonna come and pick up all the pieces. All right, that's all I got. In my opinion, Kimi had the most underrated rookie season. High expectations. He had the weight of an entire country on his back, mainly because their team is absolute horse. No pun intended. And he had to be teammates with a top 3 driver on the grid. And he still ended with 3 podiums and some seriously, ridiculously, insanely impressive moments. Call me delusional, but do not tell me that it is not possible.